This is how Luke records it, verse 8. Once when Zechariah's division was on duty and he was serving as a high priest before God, he was chosen by lot. That means they sort of, they didn't draw straws, I don't know what they did. They sort of gambled. According to the custom of the priesthood, to go into the temple of the Lord and burn incense. So essentially there's something like 23 different groups, all right, of priests. And they would cast lots and basically decide who would get to go into this, not the Holy of Holies, but the very place next to it and offer the incense. And my gosh, Zechariah's day finally came and he got picked to do this. So like, whoa. And it could sometimes happen only once in a lifetime for one of the priests. And so he stands right outside the Holy of Holies where God dwells, and everybody else vacates that part of the temple. And he offers incense to God. And it's a very sacred occasion, solemn, and it's an honor to be chosen. And so he took it very seriously. It says this then. And when the time for the burning of the incense came, all the assembled worshipers were praying outside. So he's in there by himself, right? Then an angel of the Lord appeared to him, standing at the right side of the altar of incense. So he's in there doing his thing, he's being the pastor, doing what's responsible, and he's moving along with his routine. And then all of a sudden, this angel appears to him. And the angel says what angels always say in Scripture. You ever notice this? They always say, do not be afraid. Do not be afraid, Zechariah. And why? Because this isn't... I'm sorry, the kids' program was great last week if you were here and what they did, but I sort of thought, we had the angels over here, and they were so dainty, and they were so pretty, they were so cute, and the wings on them. That's not the angel you would see. If you watch the AD series, remember the angel of the Lord that came with that? With sort of, friends, when the Bible angels show up, it's a scary experience. It's not like, oh, that's pretty. So if they say, hey, I saw an angel of the Lord. Oh, really? Let's hit our knees. Don't be afraid. Angel said the same thing to Mary when he said, don't be afraid. So Zechariah's like, oh my goodness, what's happening here? As he's burning the incense, and the angel appears, and he says, don't be afraid. And he says, I love this. He says, your prayer has been heard. How would you like an angel to show up in your life and tell you that? I would. I don't even need God to answer the prayer. I would just like to know, did you hear it? Or is it bouncing off the ceiling? Is it going out into cyberspace? Where's it going? But he shows up and he says to Zechariah, he says, I have heard your prayer. Can you imagine how many times he would have prayed over and over and over and over again, wondering, does God hear my prayer as I cry out? And the angel appears and says, I've heard your prayer.